I'm gonna make one more video today, and this is because I just found out about this girl called Laci Greeeeeeenneeajrnauhainiakr. I haven't seen any of her videos until now, and I just found out about the controversy that's going on and about her being sent death threats for using the word tranny. First of all, in regards to using the word tranny, I just made another video, and this was before I found out that about what's going on. But I guess people are talking about this whole issue on YouTube now because of her, perhaps. And this other video I responded to never mentioned Laci Greeeeeeenneeajrnauhainiakr at all, but I guess it ties in, and people just talk about something they heard, and they talk about an issue like and kind of goes on and on and on. And so using the word tranny is ridiculous. Trannies, of course, use it all the time themselves. And I just went to Tranny Bingo the other day, and Tranny Bingo is you get a transvestite and she sits around and reads out bingo numbers and makes funny jokes like what is it, 69, dinner for two, 69, like make funny jokes, usually sexually related, and I commented on that as well. So and in regards to Tracy Green, well, I don't feel sorry for her at all. I think she's getting a taste of her own medicine, and this is the case where you come across people who have sensibilities that are more strict than her own. And I don't feel sorry for her because she's made videos attacking people that simply use the word slut, and ignoring the fact that, first of all, guys are constantly attacked for being basically dicks on with legs, completely ignoring that. But regardless, she's a feminist, alright, so of course she's going to ignore men's issues, even though she's a sex positive one, which is at least somewhat bearable. But most importantly, she completely ignores that people have different standards. She doesn't set a standard for at what point a woman is allowed to be called a slut or not. She just says that a woman can have sex with a guy every second of every day and she's not a slut as long as she uses protection. And that's a pretty retarded statement to make. Yes, maybe some people have a bit more of a strict standard, so they'll call somebody a slut who just kisses a guy. That's a slut to them, and fair enough, but that's their standards. You have your standards, I have my standards, and the way you get along in society is by having the freedom for somebody to do what they want to do. So if a woman wants to have sex with a guy every day, it shouldn't be illegal for her to do that, and it's not illegal for her to do that. However, the other side of it is that you let people have the response to it that they want to have, and for most people that would be calling her a slut, and some people won't give a shit. But for a lot of people, they'll call her a slut, and that's how you get along in a society. Somebody does something, and you, instead of saying, "Oh no, that's illegal to do that," you just say, "Yeah, I think you're a slut and you're dirty, and I don't want anything to do with you. And if other people want to have something to do with you, go for it. But my personal opinion is you suck." And then another person will say, "Oh, I think you suck for doing that." And really, when it really becomes a problem is when people start enforcing what people say and do. And this is where I draw the line personally, and I think it's way more disgusting for somebody to start telling people what they can and can't say. Say what you want, and don't tell people not to say it, but criticize people for saying it, but don't tell them not to do it, because people should be allowed to talk and express themselves, no matter if that expression is completely horrible and the members of the KKK or whatever. So I really don't feel sorry for her being attacked, and I hope she learns a big lesson from this whole experience, because tranny isn't, by probably the majority, unless you're really extreme, tranny isn't a word that's offensive at all. But people have different standards of what's offensive or not, and there you go, you have death threats now for saying something. Death threats, physical violence, which is what feminists in the end want. They want physical restrictions, they want a control on speech, And the control on speech and making laws, even a fine for somebody saying something wrong, is really putting a gun to somebody's head, because that's what it is. If you make a law about something, to fine somebody, okay, if they don't have the money to pay, or if they don't want to pay, they'll go to jail eventually. So you're threatening somebody with physical violence because they are making a noise, and that's ridiculous. That is fucking ridiculous, and that makes you more despicable than any racist. The most blatant racist, as long as they don't use violence, as long as all they do is wear a funny, white helmet and call black people ends and say horrible things about them, but don't do anything physically, to harm them. I think you taking away the freedom of speech from somebody like that, as horrible as it may be, makes you a worse person than the person actually saying things, in my opinion. And yeah, so that's what I think. And I'd love to see what her reaction will be. I might actually even subscribe and watch some of her videos. I've seen a couple now, and they're terrible. Terrible. Sex positive feminists are bearable, but feminists still, and their ideas are retarded.